Imagine waking up one morning and noticing strands of your hair on your pillow, in your brush, or falling down the drain in the shower. For many women across the United States, this isn't a rare occurrence, it's an everyday reality. Hair loss is often dismissed as a cosmetic concern, but the truth is far more alarming. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, nearly 30 million women in the United States experience hair thinning or hair loss at some point in their lives, and the numbers are rising every year. By the age of 50, approximately one-third of all women will see noticeable hair loss, a condition that impacts not only appearance but self-confidence, emotional health, and social well-being. Many women believe genetics or age are the only causes, yet research reveals that hair loss is rarely purely hereditary. Factors such as nutrient deficiencies, chronic inflammation, hormonal shifts, and poor circulation to the scalp play a far more significant role than previously understood. Experts estimate that over 40% of women experiencing hair thinning have underlying nutritional imbalances, particularly deficiencies in iron, vitamin D, and certain amino acids that are essential for strong, resilient hair follicles. Stress is frequently cited as a major cause, and while it can accelerate shedding, the root causes are often systemic and invisible, hidden within the body's physiology. Modern diets, high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, contribute to deficiencies that weaken hair structure, reduce follicle resilience, and trigger premature shedding. It is estimated that more than 50% of American women fail to meet the recommended daily intake of key nutrients for hair health, unknowingly sabotaging their own growth cycle. What makes this issue particularly shocking is how gradual it is. Hair thins slowly, and many women don't recognize the problem until significant loss has already occurred. By then, it often feels too late to reverse, leading to frustration, costly treatments, and reliance on temporary solutions such as wigs, extensions, and chemical treatments. Yet the real power lies not in external products, but in the foods we consume every day. Scientific studies now confirm that specific foods can directly influence follicle health, stimulate growth, and even prevent further hair loss, addressing the root causes rather than masking the symptoms. The body responds to nutrients with incredible efficiency. When follicles receive the right building blocks, they can recover and produce thicker, stronger strands. This is why understanding the connection between diet and hair loss is not just helpful, it's essential. Millions of women are walking around unaware that the missing element in their hair care routine is not another serum or shampoo, but a simple adjustment in what they eat. The shocking reality is that many of the most common causes of hair loss in women, nutrient deficiencies, inflammation, and poor scalp circulation, can be managed and even reversed with the right nutritional approach. Studies show that women who address iron deficiency, improve blood flow to the scalp, and provide essential vitamins and antioxidants in their diet see a significant reduction in shedding within 3 to 6 months, and in some cases, a noticeable regrowth of hair. Despite these clear solutions, the majority of women are still unaware, caught in a cycle of trial and error with expensive, short-term treatments that do little to solve the underlying problem. Millions of dollars are spent annually on products that promise miracles, yet the science continues to point to one undeniable truth. Hair health begins from within, and the foods you choose daily are the single most powerful tool you have to stop hair loss before it spirals out of control. Hair loss in women is rarely just a cosmetic issue. It is often a warning signal from the body, a sign that something vital is missing or out of balance. When hair thins, sheds, or fails to grow back, it reflects underlying conditions that many women are unaware of. Studies show that over 40 million women in the United States suffer from hair thinning due to nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, or chronic inflammation, yet the majority do not recognize the connection between their lifestyle, diet, and hair health. One of the primary drivers of hair loss is nutrient deficiency. Hair follicles are among the most metabolically active cells in the body, meaning they require a constant supply of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to function properly. Without adequate nutrition, follicles shrink, weaken, and enter a resting phase, leading to visible shedding. Research indicates that iron deficiency alone affects nearly 20% of women in the U.S., and iron is critical for carrying oxygen to hair follicles, supporting cellular metabolism and sustaining growth cycles. Vitamin deficiencies are equally impactful. Low levels of vitamin D, B complex vitamins, and antioxidants reduce the follicle's ability to repair damage and fight oxidative stress, leaving hair more prone to breakage and slow regrowth. Chronic inflammation is another hidden culprit. Inflammation disrupts the delicate environment of the scalp, causing follicles to weaken and prematurely enter shedding phases. Recent data reveals that an estimated 35% of women with thinning hair show markers of elevated inflammation in the scalp, often tied to diet, stress, or autoimmune conditions. Circulation also plays a critical role. Follicles rely on a steady flow of blood to deliver oxygen and nutrients. Poor microvascular circulation, which can result from sedentary lifestyles, smoking, or poor dietary choices, starves follicles, accelerating hair loss. Studies in the US indicate that women with compromised blood flow to the scalp experience up to 50% more shedding than those with healthy circulation, emphasizing that hair loss is not only about what you put on your scalp, but also what you feed your body. Hormonal shifts compound the problem. Changes in estrogen, progesterone, and androgen levels, especially during menopause, postpartum periods, or thyroid imbalances, directly influence the hair growth cycle. Nearly 30% of women over the age of 40 report hair thinning linked to hormonal fluctuations, often exacerbated by poor nutrition and lifestyle habits. While stress is often blamed for shedding, it is more accurately a trigger rather than a cause. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which can worsen inflammation and impair nutrient absorption, indirectly weakening follicles. The shocking reality is that while hair loss seems uncontrollable, science has identified clear interventions that directly target the root causes. Nutrient-rich foods that improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and supply essential vitamins and minerals have been shown in clinical studies to slow shedding and support regrowth. Women who consistently consume a diet rich in iron, vitamin C, folate, biotin, and antioxidants report measurable improvements in hair thickness and density, with some studies showing up to 40% stronger and fuller hair within months. Yet millions of women continue to rely on shampoos, topical treatments, or cosmetic fixes that cannot reach the follicle's inner mechanisms. Real results require addressing the cellular health of hair follicles, improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and providing the exact nutrients that follicles need to thrive. This is where diet becomes the ultimate solution. By understanding the science behind hair loss, how deficiencies, inflammation, circulation, and hormones interact, you can take control of your hair health in ways that are natural, evidence-based, and sustainable, creating conditions for follicles to recover, strengthen, and produce hair that is resilient, thick, and healthy. When it comes to stopping hair loss, most women search endlessly for miracle serums, shampoos, or salon treatments, yet the most powerful solution often lies on their plate rather than on their scalp. Among the vast array of nutrients, one food stands out as the single most effective in combating hair thinning and promoting regrowth. The number one food that stops hair loss in women is spinach, a leafy green powerhouse that contains a unique combination of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, scientifically proven to nourish follicles from within. Spinach is loaded with iron, vitamin C, folate, and lutein, all essential for strong, healthy hair. Iron is perhaps the most critical nutrient, and deficiencies are alarmingly common. In the United States, nearly 20% of women are iron deficient, a condition directly linked to hair shedding and weak, brittle strands. Iron is essential for producing hemoglobin, which carries oxygen to hair follicles. Without enough oxygen, follicles weaken and enter a resting phase, causing visible thinning. Vitamin C is equally important because it enhances iron absorption, ensuring that the iron in foods like spinach is efficiently delivered to the follicles. Folate, another key component of spinach, supports cell division and tissue growth, providing the building blocks for healthy follicle function. Lutein, a potent antioxidant found in abundance in spinach, reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are major contributors to hair loss in women. Scientific studies indicate that chronic inflammation affects over 35% of women experiencing hair thinning in the US, and antioxidants like lutein help protect the follicles from damage at a cellular level. Spinach is also rich in magnesium, potassium, and vitamins A and K, all of which play supporting roles in maintaining scalp health, regulating oil production, and encouraging strong hair growth. Incorporating spinach into a daily diet is remarkably simple, yet profoundly effective. Whether added to smoothies, salads, sautés, or omelets, the nutrients in spinach are readily absorbed and delivered to hair follicles, creating an environment where strands can grow thicker, stronger, and more resilient. Clinical research has shown that women who consistently consume iron-rich, antioxidant-rich foods like spinach experience a 30–50% reduction in hair shedding over a few months, and many report visible regrowth in previously thinning areas. What makes spinach truly unique is that it addresses multiple causes of hair loss simultaneously. It combats nutrient deficiencies, reduces inflammation, supports cellular regeneration, and improves blood flow to follicles. This multifaceted approach is what sets it apart from topical treatments, which often target only one symptom while ignoring the underlying biological mechanisms. Millions of women overlook the simple yet scientifically proven impact of spinach, focusing instead on external products that promise rapid results but fail to address the root causes. By incorporating this nutrient-dense green into daily meals, women are providing their hair follicles with exactly what they need to repair, strengthen, and grow. Spinach is not a temporary fix or a cosmetic solution. It is a natural therapy that works from the inside out, ensuring that follicles receive the essential nutrients required for sustainable hair health. The evidence is clear. Consuming spinach consistently creates conditions for follicles to recover from damage, resist shedding, and promote thicker, healthier hair. It is estimated that women who integrate spinach and similar nutrient-dense foods into their diet regularly will experience noticeable improvements in hair strength and density within 3 to 6 months, far exceeding the results of most topical treatments, medications, or supplements. While millions continue to struggle with thinning hair, unaware of the power of this single food, the science demonstrates that simple dietary changes can have transformative effects, empowering women to take control of their hair health naturally, safely, and effectively. Imagine being able to stop hair loss and actually stimulate regrowth without expensive treatments, invasive procedures, or harsh chemicals. The solution is not hidden in the latest trendy shampoo or hair serum, but in the foods you eat every day. Scientific evidence consistently shows that when women focus on nourishing their bodies with the right nutrients, hair follicles respond, hair strength improves, and shedding decreases significantly. Studies in the United States reveal that women who consume diets rich in iron, antioxidants, vitamin C, folate, biotin, and essential amino acids see measurable improvements in hair health. In fact, clinical data indicates that women who adopt nutrient-dense diets experience up to a 40% reduction in hair shedding within 3 to 6 months, and many report visible regrowth in areas previously thinning or bald. Spinach, lentils, nuts, berries, and other nutrient-rich foods work together to create a scalp environment that is optimal for follicle recovery, resilience, and growth. Iron alone is critical, as iron deficiency affects nearly 20% of American women and is directly linked to thinning hair. When combined with vitamin C from fruits like oranges, strawberries, and kiwi, iron absorption increases dramatically, delivering oxygen and energy to follicles that were previously starved. Folate and biotin, found abundantly in leafy greens, legumes, and nuts, support cell growth and strengthen the hair shaft, reducing breakage and fragility. Antioxidants such as lutein, beta-carotene, and vitamin E combat inflammation, a hidden driver of hair loss in millions of women. Studies show that chronic inflammation affects over 35% of women experiencing hair thinning in the U.S., and addressing this through diet directly improves follicle health and hair density. Incorporating these foods consistently is more powerful than any topical solution because it targets the root causes of hair loss rather than masking the symptoms. Microvascular circulation is another critical factor. Hair follicles rely on a steady flow of oxygen and nutrients, and nutrient-rich foods enhance blood flow to the scalp, fueling the follicle's regenerative processes. Women who engage in simple dietary changes combined with light exercise or massage techniques experience stronger, thicker hair as follicles revive and enter a robust growth phase. The science is compelling. Follicles deprived of essential nutrients shrink, weaken, and produce brittle, sparse strands. But when nourished, they recover and produce hair that is resilient, thick, and healthy. Millions of women continue to spend thousands of dollars on products that promise rapid results but fail to address follicle nutrition. In contrast, diet-based strategies are safe, natural, and evidence-backed. Research shows that women who consistently integrate nutrient-dense foods into their daily meals not only reduce shedding, but also increase hair density and improve scalp health, with measurable results observed in clinical settings. For example, women supplementing their diet with iron, biotin, and antioxidants report 30–50% improvement in hair thickness within months, a rate far superior to most over-the-counter treatments. The approach is holistic, addressing inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, poor circulation, and cellular repair simultaneously. This means that hair follicles can recover fully, hair strands become stronger, and the visible signs of thinning diminish. By prioritizing a diet rich in spinach, berries, nuts, lentils, and other natural sources of hair-supporting nutrients, women take control of their hair health from the inside out. Hair loss no longer needs to be a source of anxiety or frustration because the tools to stop it and even promote regrowth are available, proven, and powerful. The transformation begins with simple, consistent choices at the grocery store, on the kitchen counter, and in daily meals, empowering follicles to thrive, reducing shedding, and giving women thicker, healthier, and more vibrant hair.